Rexa versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Alright, where are these secrets? Slash Spellstone slash Barnes. Ooh, Barney. And Flare. Do I tracking anyway? Try and find an answer to this? I don't have a play next turn. I can't coin the companion. We need an answer to this. The Man-Worm will kill us. Got it. Wandering Monster. So normally you don't want to play tracking because you could hit the Yasharaj and then ruin the Barnes. We can die before that happens though, so I want to find an answer to this Man-Worm so it doesn't run away with the game. It's too strong, man. Now, we start answering the board a little bit. And then we play Barnes on 3.
Someday I'll be just like you.
People just do not believe in Explosive Tramp.
Handle it.
Low roll. Glyph into counterspell.
To my side.
Must kill Man-Worm. Snowballs out of control like crazy. No. More secrets. Double secret means there's a counterspell too. I don't have time to flare them away.
Tonight, a tale of
Take 2 from the explosive runes, it's okay. Or it's counterspell ice block. So we need to get a counterspell out of the way and then we can flare away the ice block.
Embrace your rage.
Now it's counterspell explosive runes ice block. Just getting counterspelled is fine, and then we flare and then play explosive tramp. He wants to play the weapon.
on with the show.
I think we can race the weapon. His ice block's gone. Okay, he didn't have the weapon. It's good for us too. Means he doesn't have the weapon. Now we can just kill him with this. And then eventually this, because we fill our whole hand right. Jam this. Easy. And then the weapon fills our hand. So sick. Not trading apprentice gives him Firelance. My minion has enough health that Firelance doesn't kill it. Hit Firelance me in the face, I'm gonna hit him for 10.
We have many secrets.
And his Firelance gets explosive dead, like trapped, so it's not that big of a deal.
I hunt alone.
On with the show.
Easy. Can you play this deck without Yasharaj and the weapon? You can. It's significantly worse without Yasharaj. The weapon does not add that much to the deck. So the weapon's definitely not a must, but Yasharaj is pretty core to the deck. The deck has an amazing win rate right now because since you can play no minions in it, because Blizzard wanted to push no minion hunter to make the weapon good, it makes the combo of Barnes Yasharaj broken. So just because they're trying to push no minion hunter, it unlocked the Barnes Yasharaj thing. The weapon's useless. You don't need the weapon. For sure, I think the weapon might actually be lowering my win rate. So I play the weapon because it's fun and people like the weapon and it's a new card. But really, Barnes is the broken thing. Barnes Yasharaj is what makes the deck good.
Rexa.
They wanted Hunter to not have to play any minions,
For Doomhammer.
do this whole lone hunting thing,
Begin.
and all I did was make a Barnes deck. This is kind of funny. I think they accidentally made a crazy broken Barnes deck by making Hunter have good spells. A fairly good curve. The companion's not great, but I don't want to mulligan it away and increase my odds of hitting Yasharaj because it's a decent on-curve play. What's this deck win rate versus Mage? Today versus Mage, we have gone Let's see. We have gone 100% versus mage today. We are 6 wins, 0 losses against the secret burn mage. It's the most popular deck we've played against, and we have a 100% win rate in it. I think it's pretty good. The flare tech really helps out a lot. I think we're definitely high rolling that matchup. Our win rate should not be that high. Yesterday we had also a really high win rate. Yesterday, let's see, custom time frame for start at 2-8. Yesterday, how did we do? 2-8 to 2-8. I don't know why there's no yesterday button on this. Yesterday we went as Hunter versus Mage. We went 6-2. There was a lot less mages yesterday, but we still had an incredibly positive win rate. 6-2, you know, is decent. 6-2's 75%. So, yeah. Today we were high rolling the mages a little bit. How do I have Golden Hunter? I'm playing on an alternative server. I have all golden on NA. I didn't do a lot of multi-server grinding. I don't know. I've never been known as like a ladder grinder or anything like that. I'm more of a spreadsheet guy and that kind of stuff. When I practice Hearthstone, usually I sit in a call with my friends and we just talk. I don't actually play the game to practice. It's a lot more about theory crafting and ideas.
A demo.
Trade seems fine. Put on that flame tongue buff up. They do have Hex in their decks, so Hex in the deck.
Tonight, a tale of
If he's not hexing, I'm really happy. So I'm gonna punch him in the face. You know, let him flame tongue this. I don't care. You don't have the mana to hex then. Because then we can punch him for 10, and the game's probably over from that. Shaman doesn't have a lot of healing typically. Is Rock Dealer worth crafting? It's more for the memes. It's not. I wouldn't craft it. The only matchup that it's useful in is like against that control priest, I guess. Like it's very rarely is it a star in the deck. It's like just kind of okay. So I would not craft it. I think in the refined meta list, it's going to be probably taken out. I play it because I think it's fun and can create some interesting gameplay for the viewers. So, but I don't think it's good. So yeah, we're playing no minion hunter, and the no minion weapon isn't even good. What would I replace it with? If I was going to replace it with something, I would probably replace it with... well, judging by how many mages we're playing, I might just jam 2 flares in there. I don't know, I haven't really thought too much about what I'd replace it with. Even when you get to play it, like, investing 7 mana in that is bad. Like, most of the time. Not Call of the Wild. Call of the Wild's too expensive. Games are over before then. With patches being nerfed, Freezing Trap goes up in value a lot. Even against, like, mages and priests can get farmed by Freezing Trap because they don't run too many minions. So probably Freezing Trap, I think, is solid. Alright, we have a play on 2. We want to coin Barnes into Flanking Strike. It's not terrible. We don't want to mulligan too many cards because we don't want to hit the Yashiraj. So I think we're just going to mulligan Hunter's Mark. Even then, Hunter's Mark could be okay. Hunter's Mark pairs well with stuff. I'm going to just keep the whole hand. When you Barnes Yashiraj, you usually win. And against Priest, they're not going to pressure me down aggressively, so I don't have to worry about defending too much in the early game. Against, like, Paladin or something, I would mulligan for stuff to help me not die. But against Priest, they're not going to rush me down, so I can just try and maximize my odds of Barnes Yashiraj. But yeah, Blizzard really, I think, whiffed on the no minion hunter idea, because they created these things to make no minion hunter better, and we don't run any of them. The only thing that they did was the Spellstone's broken, and Flanking Strike is broken, and Crushing Walls is pretty good. So you run those cards, but like, to my side, which benefits from having no minions, is not worth it while running no minions. Like, that's crazy to me, but you know, what are you gonna do? Is this deck meme? Nah, this deck's definitely top tier 2, if not tier 1. In a Ban Warlock metagame, which is what the future tournament metagame is going to be, I expect you'll see this deck a lot. I think a lot of tournaments and competitive games are going to be decided by Coin Barnes. So, yeah. get excited for that competitive metagame. The deck performs really well against everything except Q-Block, and Q-Block is the #1 deck that's going to be banned in the upcoming metagame. So, it's going to be Classic Barnes being a continual problem in Hearthstone since the day it was printed.
On with the show.
What about Control Paladin? Control Paladin shits on this deck, but who plays Control Paladin? Control Paladin, the issue with it is that it just loses to so many things. Like, it loses to Cube Warlock, I'd say, more than it beats it. It loses to Miracle Rogue, it loses to Evolved Shaman, it loses to Zoo. Like, you beat this deck with Control Paladin, and I feel like you're unfavored against literally everything else.